Michael Dunlop. Michael Dunlop was born on May 10, 1989, in Ballymoney, Northern Ireland, into the most legendary family in road racing history. Growing up as the son of Robert Dunlop and nephew of the great Joey Dunlop, racing wasn't just a hobby for him, it was his destiny. He officially began his professional career as a teenager, making his Isle of Man TT debut in 2007 at just 18 years old. Known for his aggressive, bull-like riding style, Michael faced immense personal tragedy early on, including the loss of his father during a practice session in 2008, yet he famously won his race the very next day. Over the years, he has demonstrated unmatched versatility, winning across every major category, including Superbike, Supersport, Superstock, and lightweight classes. As of 2024, Michael has cemented his status as the all-time greatest rider in Isle of Man TT history, with a record-breaking 29 wins, finally surpassing his uncle Joey's long-standing record of 26 victories. Beyond just the number of trophies, he was the first human to ever lap the 37.73-mile mountain course in under 17 minutes, proving his status as a true speed icon who continues to dominate the world's most dangerous race. Joey Dunlop. Joey Dunlop, born on February 25, 1952 in Ballymoney, Northern Ireland, is arguably the most beloved icon in the history of motorcycle racing. He began his racing journey in the late 1960s, driven by a humble passion for mechanics and speed, and made his Isle of Man TT debut in 1976 at the age of 24. Over a career spanning more than 3 decades, Joey achieved a staggering 26 Isle of Man TT victories, a record that stood for 24 years until it was finally surpassed by his nephew, Michael Dunlop, in 2024. Beyond his 26 TT wins, he secured 5 consecutive Formula One World Championships from 1982 to 1986 and won the Ulster Grand Prix 24 times. Known for his quiet, unassuming personality and his trademark yellow helmet, Joey was as famous for his humanitarian work as he was for his racing. He frequently drove his own van across Europe to deliver food and supplies to orphanages in war-torn regions like Romania and Albania. Tragically, he lost his life during a race in Tallinn, Estonia, in 2000 at the age of 48, while leading a 125 cubic centimeter race. His legacy is so profound that a statue stands in his honor at the Isle of Man course, and he remains a symbol of pure bravery and selflessness in the sporting world. John McGuinness. John McGuinness, widely known as the Morecambe Missile, is a living legend and one of the most respected figures in the history of the Isle of Man TT. Born on April 16, 1972 in Morecambe, England, he grew up obsessed with the TT, eventually making his debut in 1996 at the age of 24. Over his incredible career, McGuinness has secured 23 Isle of Man TT victories, placing him third on the all-time winners list behind the Dunlop family. He is most famous for his mastery of the big bikes, particularly his long-standing and highly successful partnership with Honda. McGuinness was the first rider in history to break the legendary 130 miles per hour average lap speed barrier in 2007, a feat that revolutionized the sport and proved his incredible technical skill on the 37.73-mile mountain course. Unlike many aggressive riders, John is celebrated for his smooth-as-silk riding style and his deep knowledge of every bump and turn on the track. Despite suffering a near-career-ending leg injury in 2017, he made a heroic comeback to the mountain course, proving his undying passion for the sport even into his 50s. To date, he has achieved over 47 podium finishes, making him one of the most consistent and enduring champions the world has ever seen. Dave Molyneux. Dave Molyneux is the undisputed king of three-wheeled racing. Born on November 21, 1963, in Douglas, Isle of Man. As a native Manxman, he grew up in the heart of the TT world and began his professional racing career at the age of 21 in 1985. Over a legendary career spanning nearly 40 years, Molyneux became the most successful sidecar competitor in history, securing 17 Isle of Man TT victories and an incredible 31 podium finishes. He is not only a master driver, but also a brilliant chassis engineer, building his own world-class racing machines under the DMR, Dave Molyneux Racing banner. Molyneux achieved the rare feat of winning TT races using engines from all 4 major Japanese manufacturers: Yamaha, Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, and was the first sidecar driver to break the 20-minute lap barrier. Despite facing the tragic loss of his father in a racing accident and surviving his own career-threatening crashes, he remained dedicated to the sport until his official retirement at the end of the 2024 TT event. Ian Hutchinson, widely known as the Bingley Bullet, was born on August 12, 1979, in Bingley, England, and is celebrated as the comeback king of road racing. Unlike many legends who start as children, Hutchinson didn't begin racing until the age of 21, inspired by watching Joey Dunlop fly through the rain at the TT in 1997. He made his Isle of Man TT debut in 2004 at the age of 24 and quickly rose to fame, but he achieved the impossible in 2010 when he became the first and only rider in history to win all 5 solo races in a single week. Just 3 months after this historic feat, and he suffered a horrific crash at Silverstone that nearly resulted in the amputation of his left leg. Over the next few years, he underwent over 30 surgeries and had to learn to walk and race again with a heavily damaged leg. In one of the greatest sporting comebacks ever, he returned to the TT in 2015 to win 3 more races, eventually bringing his total to 16 Isle of Man TT victories. Despite further leg breaks in 2017 and even suffering a stroke in early 2023, his never-give-up attitude saw him return to the mountain course again in 2024, cementing his legacy as one of the most resilient and determined athletes in the world. Mike Hailwood, affectionately known by fans as Mike the Bike, is widely regarded as one of the greatest and most naturally gifted motorcycle racers of all time. Born on April 2, 1940, in Oxfordshire, England, he was the son of a wealthy motorcycle dealer, which allowed him to begin his racing journey at the young age of 17 in 1957. Hailwood's career was defined by extraordinary versatility and dominance, as he secured 14 Isle of Man TT victories and an incredible 9 Grand Prix World Championships across various engine classes. He became an icon of the 1960s, winning 4 consecutive 500 cubic centimeter world titles for MV Agusta. But his most legendary moment came in 1978. After an 11-year hiatus from motorcycle racing to pursue a career in Formula One cars, he made a miraculous comeback to the Isle of Man at the age of 38. Riding a Ducati, he defied all odds to win the Formula One TT, a feat considered one of the greatest stories in sporting history. He is known for his immense bravery, once even pulling a fellow driver from a burning car in a Formula One race. Hailwood tragically died in a road traffic accident in 1981 at the age of 40, leaving behind a legacy of unparalleled skill, sportsmanship, and courage. Peter Hickman, often called Hickey, is the undisputed king of modern road racing and currently the fastest man to ever lap the Isle of Man. Born on April 8, 1987, in Burton-upon-Trent, England, he grew up in a racing environment as the son of former racer Dave Hickman, eventually making his Isle of Man TT debut in 2014 at the age of 27. Despite starting his TT career later than most legends, he made an immediate impact, becoming the fastest newcomer in history at the time. Hickman is renowned for his incredible all-rounder ability, and successfully competing in both the British Superbike Championship on short circuits and international road races. As of 2024, he has secured 14 Isle of Man TT victories, but he is most famous for his sheer velocity. He holds the outright lap record with a staggering average speed of 136.358 miles per hour, set during the 2023 Superstock race. Standing tall at 6 feet 2 inches, his smooth and relaxed riding style on his BMW and Triumph machines has allowed him to dominate the modern era, winning multiple races in a single week and consistently pushing the boundaries of what is physically possible on 2 wheels. Bruce Anstey, nicknamed Flying Kiwi, is one of the most naturally talented and beloved riders to ever compete at the Isle of Man TT. Born on August 21, 1969, in Wellington, New Zealand, Anstey began his racing career in his home country before making his debut on the world-famous mountain course in 1996 at the age of 26. Throughout his long and illustrious career, he secured 13 Isle of Man TT victories and an impressive 37 podium finishes, making him one of the most consistent performers in the history of the event. Anstey is famous for his incredibly smooth, effortless riding style and his laid-back, shy personality off the bike, which earned him a massive fan following. He made history in 2014 by setting the first ever lap record over 132 miles per hour, proving that even in his 40s, he could outpace the younger generation. That perhaps more inspiring than his trophies is his resilience. Anstey battled and overcame cancer twice during his career, returning to the track each time to win races against all odds. His victory in the 2017 TT0 race and his legendary win at the 2015 Superbike TT remain some of the most celebrated moments in the sport, cementing his status as a true legend of road racing.